Hello and welcome to a new interview at Aviation-Event TV. I'm Margarida Pereira-Müller and today we want to talk about Greece and the Athens airport. Here with us we have in Cluj, in Romania, a true expert aviation and an airport management. It's a pleasure for me to talk today with Ioanna Papadopoulou.
Great accent.
Thank you. For those who don't know her, let me introduce Ioanna. After obtaining degrees in philosophy and political science, not very much in an aviation beginning, yes, Ioanna obtained a master from the University of Athens in legal and financial studies. Afterwards, she went for a specialization on European economics and diplomacy. As well, she got a certificate of Air Transport Studies from Cranfield University in the UK and Strategic Marketing from Cornell University in the USA. She started her career with the Hellenic Civil Aviation Authority, where she came back a few years later. True. In 2001, she joined the Ministry of Transport and Communication as an advisor, and from December 2003 to May 2006, she held the position of a chairperson and CEO at the Olympic Airways Services. From May 2008 to September 2009, she worked again at the Hellenic Civil Aviation Authority as a senior expert on bilateral air services agreements and international relations. And from 2009, she is the Director of Communications and Marketing at the Athens International Airport, a true expert in aviation and airport. So, tell me, Ioanna, in 2019, Athens Airport was on a steep rise with a healthy profitability. Then came the pandemic. How strong was the Athens Airport affected, and how did you get through the pandemic?
Thank you very much, Margarita. First of all, thank you very much for the wonderful introduction. Thank you, very kind. Now, yes, in 2019, we had the 6th consecutive year in a row of a spectacular development and growth in passenger numbers. Indeed, it was a wonderful period when we had secured direct operations from all the continents in the world for 2020. I can name some. At the end of 2019, we had secured direct connections with Boston, Delhi, Shanghai, and we were expecting to have those in 2020. Wonderful. However, as you mentioned, the pandemic broke out, and suddenly we had immediately to deploy, first of all, an emergency response team for COVID-19. This was an interdepartmental response team, and it took over for all the, let's say, financial, infrastructure, operational issues, cooperation with governmental entities like civil protection or health authorities, because these were needed in order to cope up with the COVID situation. We tried hard with cost cutting as well. We had the government on our side on deploying certain employment schemes, and this was also very important for us. However, let's talk numbers. In 2019, we had 25.6 million passengers. In 2020, we had 8.1. So you can see the steep decline.
A very steep decline.
A very steep decline. In 2021, however, we managed somehow to recover part of the traffic, not that big part that we wanted to, but still we ended up with 12.3 million passengers. So the number to be remembered for 2021 for our traffic is plus 52% versus 2020, but minus 52% in passenger traffic compared to 2019. So 52 was crucial in order for someone to remember what was the performance of the Athens airport during 2021.
And now the situation, the prognostics for this year, I think at the beginning of the year was probably very good.
Yeah.
But how is it now? Is it the war affecting, the fuel prices affecting the activity?
Well, in the beginning of 2021, yes, the forecast was they were really very good. Especially we thought that we would have a wonderful summer ahead, especially during the summer, because you know that summer is the peak period for Athens and for the whole of Greece. Now for the first 3 months of the year, we are almost minus 35% compared to the traffic of 2019. March was a little bit better. It was a up to now, which is the last day of of March,
Yeah.
it is minus 28% versus March 2019. But yes, as you mentioned, we had the pandemic somehow receding, so we thought that yes, we would be over with the pandemic. However, the war broke out and the big geopolitical crisis and all the challenges ahead and the financial repercussions that we expect, like the fuel prices or what is happening with the consumption index, or all these issues that will affect people in order to and probably passenger demand. However, so far what we have seen is just a slowdown in the forward bookings, but not cancellations for the time being. And we expect that probably, yes, during summer 2022, we will have a good performance still. Yeah. But it all depends, of course, in the, the duration of this crisis and the severity of the repercussions out of this crisis.
Because there are some trends that say that, for example, Athens, a big tourist destination, is losing tourists in behalf of the Western Southern Europe, because the war is a little bit far away from Spain and Portugal, as it is in Greece. Greece is rather near.
We haven't seen anything like that for the moment. Okay. We haven't seen anything like that for the moment. And we have, of course, the information by the airlines. They say that the forward bookings are doing just okay. Our biggest market in terms of foreign residents, international arrivals, which is the US, the United States, this is performing great so far. We are going to have even more destinations connected directly with Athens in 2022, rather than the ones that we had last year or 2019 for that matter.
Oh, that's very good.
So far the situation is not that much affected. Of course, we don't have Russian traffic, we don't have Ukrainian traffic, but this was not a large percentage of our traffic. This was almost 3 to 4% for Athens. For the rest of Greece, yes, the Russian traffic was much bigger than that.
And what about these other international destinations that you wanted to start in 2020? Are they coming back? I know now you started a direct connection from New York to
Yes,
Athens.
we did on March 8th. We are expecting this Sunday United Airlines with Newark, New York. Okay. We are expecting all the other destinations within the month of April, beginning of May. And Boston, the one that we had already secured back at the end of 2019, beginning of 20, is coming now. So they are going to start on May the 26th. So we are with Delta Airlines. Yeah. So we are very proud that we are going to have one more US destination, and we didn't have it in 2019. So this is really good news.
Yeah. So it seems that Greece is back on the track for tourist destination, and I hope it will be a very good summer for Greece and for Athens Airport.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ioanna.
Thank you, Margarita. Thank you so much.